do you create a line plot to show measurement data that includes fractions? In this lesson, you will learn how to show data in fractional amounts by creating a line plot. Let's review creating a number line to represent whole numbers and their fractional parts. Number lines are like rulers. We can see the whole numbers, we can see the halves, and we can also see the fourths. To show numbers on a number line, we do not have to begin with 0. We can work with the smallest number and the largest number in the data set we have. You already know how to read data from a table. Students surveyed their classmates to find out their height in inches. We can see from the table what some of the student responses were. We can see our data in this table, but did you know we can also see this data on a line plot? A line plot is like a number line, and then we plot our data. Let's make one together. Using the data from this table, let's create a line plot to show the measurements. First, we need to create a horizontal line, as if we're making a number line. Starting with the lowest data point, 36, we will label our horizontal axis with the number 36. Our largest number is 40 and 1/4, so we know that our horizontal axis needs to extend from the number 36 to 40 and 1/4. We also know that our other data includes fractional amounts of 1/4 and 3/4. So each of our spaces needs to include those fractions. Let's go ahead and label our whole numbers on the number line from 36 to 40. Now let's go ahead and show all of our halves for each. We know we have 36, and then 36 and 1/2, 37 and 1/2, 38 and 1/2, 39 and 1/2. And our largest number, is it 40 or more than 40? Yes, it's more than 40. Our largest number is 40 and 1/4. Are we finished? No, we still have to label the fourths. Beginning again with 36, we see that we have 36 labeled and 36 and 1/2 labeled. In order to show fourths, we need to mark half of the halves, halfway between 36 and 36 and 1/2, and then again between 36 and 1/2 and 37, marking the fourths with tick marks. Halfway between 37, 37 and 1/2, and again between 38 and 38 and 1/2. We keep going until we show our last fourth. Remember, our largest number is 40 and 1/4, so we can stop here. Now that we have our horizontal axis labeled correctly, we are ready to plot our data. We're ready to take our data from the table and plot it onto our horizontal axis. We have 7 pieces of data to plot on our line plot. There are 7 students' heights we want to see. Let's go ahead and plot our data. The first data point we see in the table is for Mark. Mark is 36 and 1/2 inches tall. We will plot his data by placing an X, or picture, on the line plot to represent his data of 36 and 1/2 inches tall. Next, we have Adrian, who is 38 and 1/4 inches tall. We will plot his data by placing a picture on the line plot to represent his data of 38 and 1/4 inches tall. When plotting the data point on the horizontal line, we can use the letter X, or we can use pictures to show that this measurement is true for this student. We plot the other student's height data in the same way until we have plotted all the data from the table. And lastly, we have Hunter, 36 inches, and we show his data on the line plot. Since we had only 7 pieces of data to put on our line plot, and we have 18 places that we can put data, we see many spaces on the horizontal line that do not have any data plotted. And this is okay. We only want to show the data that we have collected. Now that we have our data sorted on our line plot, Do you notice anything about the height of the girls and the height of the boys? The boys' height ranges from 36 inches to 38 and 1/4 inches tall. The girls' height ranges from 39 and 1/2 inches to 40 and 1/4 inches tall. The girls are all taller than the boys. In this lesson, you have learned how to show data in fractional amounts by creating a line plot.